How would atheists make that prescription, though, to tell people, you can't have an 8-man polygamous marriage?
Wow, this one should be interesting. Let's dive right in.
My name is Andrew Wilson, host of The Crucible, popular entertainment channel on YouTube. And today I'm going to be debating 5 different people on 5 different topics for 5 minutes.
If you don't know Andrew Wilson, he is an unapologetic Christian that believes, even if not true, the Bible has superior morals.
Secularists and atheists also benefit from being in a Christian society.
So I think that a lot of Christianity and where it benefits comes from in-group and out-group behavior, right? So it's just true. I agree that as a nation base, Christian nations tend to perform well, right? We saw the debates the other day. Like, it makes sense.
That notion, Christian nations naturally outperform others, is actually a misconception. Many of the happiest and most prosperous societies, like Finland, Denmark, and Sweden, are among the world's most secular countries, yet consistently top global happiness indexes.
That being said, there are studies about people who are not religious coming up in religious households, issues with deconversion from religious groups. Like that, to my understanding, seems to be a pain point for secular people or atheists in predominantly Christian communities or nations.
But you could kind of move that back the other direction too, right? And say, well, a lot of atheists convert over to Christianity.
Yeah.
So they were in a pain point, and if they didn't have Christianity there, they would have remained in that pain point, in the purposeless.
Andrew claims Christianity gives people purpose, but here's the contradiction. He already admitted both sides can say the same thing. Purpose isn't exclusive to Christianity. History proves it. Viktor Frankl found meaning in the horrors of a concentration camp. Sartre taught we create purpose through choices, and Camus showed we can live meaningful lives, even in a silent, godless universe. Here's the truth. Just because something gives you meaning doesn't make it good, and it doesn't make it true.
Life. But not only that, we have another problem. This is a major issue, which is reproduction, right? Because atheists cannot give purpose to people, instead just saying find your own purpose, whatever the hell that means, right? We have this major issue of people not wanting to have families anymore because what's the incentive?
Andrew says without purpose, people won't have kids. But that misses the point. Birth rates are falling mainly because of cost of living and greed, and Christianity doesn't fix that problem.
Like, what's the actual incentive other than your command, your divine command that this is the way you should do things, one woman, one man, right? One family, and your bid to multiply, right? All of the Western moving towards secular nations, all of them share this reproduction crisis. They're all below reproductive rates. So here's what happens. What happens is we have to rely on bringing in tons and tons of migrants in order to supplement the fact that we can't reproduce our own population. We're actually replacing our own population with migrants because we can't reproduce ourselves.
The truth always comes out with these kind of people. He doesn't care about having children. He just wants to get the brown people out. Christian nations are succeeding because religion boosts family growth. But let's face the truth. The countries with the highest birth rates, places like Niger, Chad, Somalia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, are among the poorest, least developed nations in the world. And I guarantee Andrew wouldn't want to move to any of them. Meanwhile, wealthy, secular countries are the ones with low fertility. And that's not because of lost purpose. It's because of skyrocketing living costs, career pressures, and housing crises. The reality is simple. No belief system, Christian or otherwise, solves the economics of modern life.
So I think there's a distinction between we can't and we don't. Like, I'll just agree with you, right? Like, if the birth rates are low.
Okay, that's fine for clarity in language. Yes, we don't.
Right. And so
yes,
I guess
we can. We could all just hump like rabbits and have babies. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
but we don't. Yeah, so
right,
that's fair.
So, yeah, because I guess what I'm getting at is there's nothing to me about a Christian nation state that seems to be like, there's nothing good about that comes exclusively because it's Christian, right? There's nothing that they do, like reproduction, for example, that a secular nation couldn't do. They just maybe don't do it.
No. Hang on. There is.
Okay.
One of the things, the major benefit of a nation which is under Christianity and the laws that govern Christianity is that you're going to have a one-man, one-woman policy, right, which creates monogamy. A secularist nation doesn't have that. You can have polygamy in those nations, right? You're no longer have the guarantor for, because there's almost as many men as there are women, right? It's like 49-51. So there's almost a guarantee that every man will get a woman and every woman will get a man, right? Under Christian monogamy, a thing which secularists really don't need to adhere to. Like, there's no real reason for an atheist to say 8 men can't get married and adopt.
Andrew says secular people have no reason for monogamy, but even God allowed polygamy. Exodus 21:10 says if a man takes another wife, he must not deprive the first.
But to go back to the main point, I think that highlights another one of the issues where even in Christian nations, if someone's a homosexual, they're homosexual, right? And so there's like tons of studies. I didn't know the topics, so I don't have any like literature ready to go on the moment. But like to my understanding, homosexuality in Christian communities is a big problem as far as like how those people deal with that. And you know, I'm pretty sure the suicide rates are pretty high. Again, don't quote me on that. But you know, if we're saying that, again, the point of the question being secular people, atheist people, I'll lump in a homosexual even if they're a Christian, right? Like that's someone who's being affected by a Christian state that maybe wouldn't under a secular society.
Well, homosexuality is a minor issue in a larger issue of what's called alternative family mechanisms. So it's the idea not of man marries woman young, right? They have many children, they grow together into old age, but rather into an alternative family structure where whatever I want my family structure to be, it will be open relationships, polygamous relationships, right? Nudist, like the list goes on and on and on of alternative lifestyles. What a Christian nation would propose is not that if you're a homosexual, you go to jail.
No, they would just tell you that you will be sent to a fiery place. Drop your favorite part of the video in the comments below. And if you want me to cover the other topics from this debate, let's hit 20 likes.